This is a priceless area. This is a priceless farm.
Having the opportunity to see living history right in front of you.
I feel that I'm entering some gates of history.
It's one of the most picturesque, beautiful places in all of Vermont.
And there is just this wonderful energy, and it just is alive.
It's a National Historic Site.
There's just so much potential here.
It needs to be preserved at all costs.
Without the Morgan, this state would not be what it is, nor would the country be what it is.
UVM is taking history and tradition, and the new generation of horses and people at UVM are moving them forward into the 21st century.
You come around that corner and you look out and you see the statue figure. It's like humming with life. The fact that it exists the same as it has is remarkable. It hasn't been repurposed, it hasn't been staged. People have cared enough about it to protect it and preserve it for almost a century and a half, and that's really remarkable. Figure was born in 1789. He was the first Morgan.
Justin Morgan, with that one stallion, really is the start of that breed, and it started right here in Vermont.
People oftentimes referred to horses by their owners' names. So he would have been called the Justin Morgan horse or Justin Morgan's horse, and eventually it just became the Morgan horse.
He genetically produced offspring that were exactly like him. It became its own breed, starting right here in Vermont.
It is the state animal because this horse had a very special place in the history of this nation.
So they are almost as old as the country itself. Both sides of the Civil War used Morgans, from General Philip Sheridan and his famous ride on Rienzi or Winchester, Stonewall Jackson's Little Sorrel. I mean, there are these incredible Morgans that played a vital role in the shaping of this nation.
The Morgan horse went across the country with all the pioneers.
My grandfather was a doctor in Middlebury, and they had a Morgan horse that used to hook up and to a sleigh and go do doctor's calls in the wintertime.
My dad never had a tractor, so it was horses.
Plowing the fields, pulling the farm carts, hay wagons, and taking the family to church on Sundays.
The fact that people chose Morgans really speaks to how versatile and effective they are.
The breed was kind of being lost before Colonel Joseph Patel started his breeding program here. He was able to bring it back from the brink.
Patel built the main barn in 1878 and documented and researched the bloodlines of the Morgan horse to create the first register. Some say that he saved the Morgan breed.
He gave the farm to the U.S. government for that remount program in 1907, and it was operated as such until 1951.
The farm was transferred to the University of Vermont from the U.S. Department of Agriculture.
For the past 70 years, the University of Vermont has carried on the proud tradition of raising the finest Morgan horses in the world.
Without UVM, the Morgan wouldn't be what it is.
It's our job to perpetuate this place and keep it going, and that's our goal.
The Morgan itself is so distinct.
The Morgans are different. They attract people naturally.
I'll walk into a stall and he'll come to you. He wants the love, and he is part of our family.
When you go riding on a Morgan, you don't really need to be with anybody else. You can just be with your horse because their ears are up. They're looking at everything like it's new, and you feel like you're with a friend.
Tractable, curious, versatile, beautiful.
Its attitude, its personality.
They can be performance horses, jumpers, dressage horses.
Breeding quality animals that can go on and be kind of a life partner or companion for really anyone, whether it's the show industry or just a young girl looking for her first horse.
There's a reason we keep coming back to UVM for Morgan. They're so strong and their temperament is unbeatable.
You'll never find a horse to enjoy as much as a Morgan.
Especially for a kid that's never seen a horse before, the first time they touch them, it's really emotional for me because I can see them fall in love. And I can see the horse feel that. The horse has really brought out something in me.
So many young people grow up without knowing about agriculture and what it takes to live on a farm, and we can be one of those places that people experience it for the first time.
More kids are playing on their iPads or their smartphones and not necessarily cleaning stalls or cleaning water buckets. You learn so much about yourself through these animals and through the hard work that comes with taking care of these animals and being responsible for them.
To be able to work with an animal that size and to team up with them and have to work with them, it just builds their confidence like you can't believe. It's truly a confidence thing.
It definitely was a draw to have an equine science program at UVM that also offers an apprenticeship program.
To work with foals and breeding and stallions and all of that was really eye-opening.
From watching foalings to teaching a horse a new thing and seeing them understand it.
Being here, you're seeing the whole process.
You work all day long and then you have full watch and you might be up all night long. To me, the miracle of birth, I never get tired of that. It is just the most amazing thing that you get to be part of here.
The apprentice interns over the years, I want to say close to 300 of them, that have been here, spent a 12-month yearly cycle, have made a tremendous contribution.
It's a great learning tool not only for our animals but also the students, and hopefully take skills away every time that they leave that they can implement throughout the rest of their lives.
It's exciting to see more courses taking advantage of using this facility, including not just animal-related classes.
We have a wonderful array of opportunities for students to learn not just about horses, but about tourism and business and forestry.
Well, they enjoy it tremendously. They're gaining a lot of experience and skills that they wouldn't get learning it in the classroom.
If I had a student that was really interested in working with horses, I would help them apply for the apprenticeship program that they have at UVM. From a learning experience, I don't see how you could beat it.
It's just an amazing feeling being able to be a part of the history that flows through the blood of the horses that live here.
This farm is Vermont to its core.
And when you drive in to the place, it takes your breath away. I mean, no matter how many times you drive in here.
You are walking on the same ground that hundreds and hundreds of horses have walked before you, and that this farm is living history in that sense, where you can go and see a beautiful horse being worked in the same place that its ancestor was worked 100 years ago.
I don't think any horse farm can rival this and the Morgan breed and their contribution and its hallowed ground where we are.
It's so important to maintain that type of horse that can do anything, that can work so hard and be so special and be so beautiful doing it.
It's the fabric of the Morgan breed all across the country.
There's a lot of history and a lot of responsibility that comes along with that.
We're all excited and really inspired by the next generation of Vermonters managing and leading the Morgan Horse Farm.
They have their eyes open and they're exploring different opportunities.
We are bringing education and people and horses and Vermont together in a really meaningful way.
This is a whole new chapter in the Morgan horse history.
The mission of the farm has stayed very consistent, and that's something that we take great pride in.